Are you a high-performing parent, entrepreneur, or high achiever in pursuit of excellence? Welcome to The Nexus Podcast, a podcast custom tailored for families like ours, driven, affluent, and eager to lead extraordinary lives. From rockstar stay-at-home moms to high-producing CEOs, we choose to model success for everyone we are surrounded by. We prioritize health over sickness, embrace a vitalistic lifestyle, and seek to tap into the limitless potential that God has bestowed upon us. I'm Dr. Daniel Kimbley, your host, and on this podcast, we'll uncover the secrets to living a fulfilling and abundant life, where you and your loved ones can thrive physically, mentally, and spiritually. Together, we'll forge a path to greatness and unleash your God-given capabilities. Get ready to say yes to a life of true prosperity and well-being. This is The Nexus Podcast. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. And what I want to talk about is something that I just get so passionate and fired up about it. And I get fired up about what I'm going to share with you because it's exactly why I got into chiropractic in the first place. It's exactly why I hate the conversation of people saying like, oh, it's just what happens when you get older. When you turn 40, you're supposed to fall apart. And, 38 is the best shape you're going to be in your life. Like all the craziness that I hear all the time. And sure, I know age is a thing, but it doesn't have to be a thing in the way most people sell you on it. The reality is like the average American in the US is on 8 different medications, prescription medications. That's an average American. And I'm sorry, but I just don't want to be average because I don't want to be on any medications. And so what I bring to you today is a conversation that I had yesterday in my office. And the conversation is this, is a really simple one. It's that we have a client who just turned 93 years old. That's right, my friends, 93. And this person is an amazing spitfire of a human being. Had a huge birthday party and going to social events and very involved in the community and just like an amazing human being. And there's so much energy and so much vitality that's still bleeding from this person who's 93 years old and still walking, still working out, still doing all of the stuff that I think most of us are told once we hit 75, 80 years old, we're not supposed to do anymore. We stop doing it well. And not saying that age isn't a thing, obviously she's aged. However, the coolest part about it is I had a conversation as I was adjusting this person yesterday. And the question for me, because I was very interested and I love learning from people who are much, much older than me. And I think it's one of the most powerful things that we could do is actually ask people who are older than us, who've had so much life experience. I said, I want to know your secret. What is the secret to living to 93 years old? And, without even any hesitation, she just kind of put her hands up I don't know. It was too simple. And then she looks me dead in the eyes and she says, you just keep moving. And I couldn't help but I'm getting emotional thinking about it right now. It's how simple is it that we just keep moving? That's the secret to living to 93 years old. So then everything that we've been taught about you sit at a desk and, you sit and watch TV and watch Netflix. And then there's so much that we do as a society that is the opposite of the advice that she gave me. And it shows, right? She has the track record, literally 93 years old is so impressive. And I know people who have lived way longer than that. But the response was so simple and so beautiful. It's just keep moving. And I thought about this in the context of chiropractic care. And I started explaining, and she said to me too, she said, just keep moving. She said, that's why I come and see you every week. That's why I come and see you every week and why I've been doing it for the last 3 years. How cool it is to see people who trust that their bodies are designed to function at 100%, that we're designed to live healthy for a long haul, that we don't need to deteriorate along the way. And this is exactly what she was sharing with me. And so then as she's saying it, she's like, yeah, I come and see you every week. And I couldn't help but think my only role in the process is to keep her moving. How, you may be asking? And it's a wonderful question if you are, and I would encourage you to ask, how could chiropractic care help somebody live to 93 years old? And the reality is just like her advice says, is keeping people moving. We move joints of the spine to feed information to the brain. If you think of the brain like a battery, every time you move joints of your spine properly, we're going to charge that battery. And if we don't have charge in the battery, then we literally die because our brain is what keeps us alive. No one can live without a brain and with a spinal cord and nervous system. It's not possible. And so what we look at is we're moving joints of the spine very specifically based on each individual's needs to get a charge or a stimulus or an input or a workout to the brain. And so we strengthen the brain, and it's literally as simple as that, is like we keep people moving. Literally movement of the joints of the spine. We were primed, we were wired to move. We were not wired to sit at a desk all day. We were not wired to sit at a desk all day and then work out 1 hour a day and hope that that negates itself. Like, it's just not how it works. And so I share this with you because I think it's such a powerful idea of like, that's the secret. You just keep moving. Literally, 90% of our clients who come and see us, they ask me, Dr. Daniel, what more can I be doing? My answer is always the same. It's walk. Like, walk more. And you can set the pace on it, right? Like, there's so much research out there that says that Alzheimer's, dementia, stroke, risk of, like, how long someone will live is all in their ability to walk. And I watched this client of ours who's 93 years old, and I watch her walk, and she walks with vivacity. She walks with vigor. She's like constantly moving and going. And it's no coincidence that she understands that having a healthy brain, having a healthy nervous system through movement of her joints of her spine allows her to continue to move in the way that she wants to move her body. And this is ultimately like what we are all about, and what I'm so passionate about, and what I'm so grateful that I get the honor to share with people and educate people on is like, it's not just about popping your neck to make your neck feel better. It's not just about popping your back to make your back feel better. It's not about pinching some pinched nerve that's bothering your shoulder. Like, this is about expression of life. This is about health care, expressing health, functioning at 100%, being able to go for the long haul without deteriorating. And it breaks my heart to see people who use age as an excuse who are so insanely young, because I don't believe that age has anything to do with it. I think it has everything to do with the decisions and the lifestyle that you choose to live for yourself and for your family. And the reality is, if you have a family, your kids are watching, and a lot of things that people say are quote unquote hereditary, I would argue are just bad habits passed on from generation to generation to generation. My grandmother had diabetes. My dad will likely have the same. Why? Because he learned his eating habits from her. I decided to break that course of action or that chain. And so, not saying good, bad, right, or wrong. This doesn't talk about my family or even talk negative about my family. It's just to say that age is just a number. When we see these clients who are like 93 years old, older, the reality is simple. It's super simple. It's that when you keep it moving, you will thrive. But the key is that it has to be properly moving, which is why we adjust joints of the spine the way that we do inside of our office. My friends, I hope you got some value out of this episode. My encouragement to you today and every day is just keep it moving. Stop sitting so much. Get outside. Enjoy the sun. Enjoy the fresh air. Even if it's cold, whatever it is, you can do it. You're designed to do it, and you'll actually feel better in the process. So my friends, I love you. I appreciate you, and I will come at you again next week. Peace.